Welcome back to Let's Play Megaman X 2. In the last episode, we managed to take care of the intro stage and Crystal Snail. This episode, we will take care of his weakness, which is Overdrive Ostrich. Overdrive Ostrich is one of my favorite stages. Mostly because that it has an interesting little segment where we actually get to ride a bike, and this is unfortunately the only stage where you actually do actually get to ride that set bike. I'm not sure. No, I'm not sure it appears in the end game. This is the only place where you actually can ride it, and there it is. It's really hard to use. Or it's fairly easy to use, but you can actually, it can be used extensively. Let's see if I can actually get to the area. No. I'm sorry, I wasn't able to do it. So I won't be able to get the heart piece in this level at this point in time. It's right there. The only way to get it is with the bike. I kind of wasn't really pressing the button fast enough. But I think we can get it. Just not now. Or I'll get it as soon as I can. I feel like the area may be a bit I feel like the area was a bit shorter because of the bike. And I was gonna say, I think all the areas are like that. So this is Ostrich. What he kind of does is pretty much basically like this. He will try to run after us also and kick us in the face. When he's out of screen, he usually wanders in the front of the behind the screen and try to land on us. So, excuse me. With his weakness, he kind of frozens in place, and he just does this continuously. And I am not doing too well. Oh, darn it. All right. Just keep doing this as much as you can. Also, I think like the best way is also to stay close to him as possible so you can shoot him after, Ow. Okay, I'm getting hurt too much, Durr. But pretty much this is all you pretty much should do. There's nothing, I mean, you can shoot him with the charge beam, of course, but of course you have to deal with him running around a lot. I think he does have other attacks, but of course when you get the weakness, we get his weakness, what's the point really? And now we have his ability, which is called Sonic Slicer. How about after 2 bosses are defeated, these 3 shadows here will talk to us again. I know I spoke before with these guys before, but I'm not going to be doing that too much. It's kind of... crud. Of course, when pressing the start button, which fast forwards time, it kind of does become a bit of a hassle. But here we are introduced to Dr. Kane. Dr. Kane is the man who saved Megaman X. If you know the history of X and when he was created and who created him, of course. It's an interesting little flashback, but I won't get into it. Basically, to sum it all up, X was in cryo sleep, and Dr. Kane found him. So Dr. Kane is now considered is helping him fight for. It's pretty much essentially the Dr. Light of Megaman X. So now that we defeated 2 bosses, we will now have, basically from what that cutscene showed us, we now have 3 enemies who will be showing up in the areas, and they'll show up in random areas, so pretty much trying to go get them is pretty much a gamble in itself. You can pretty much sacrifice yourself and try to and try to get them without the weakness of the enemy you have, or you can pretty much try to hope for the best that they get get into an area you need to. They will be random, and they will always teleport after every stage, and I think after about a few times, one of them will disappear at a time, and if you haven't gotten the piece you need, it will thus be rendered impossible to get them. So, with the time I have left on my recording, let's try to see if I can get that heart piece, which I know is going to be rather lame to do, but let's see if I can actually do it. Whoops. It kind of requires you to be a really interesting, not a speed runner, but just try to do this as best as you can, like I'm trying to. And continue shooting while... okay. Oh, okay. We are pretty much there. And there we go! Hey, I managed to do it without dying. That's interesting. Alright, well, we got the heart piece, and that's pretty much how you do it. There is an armor piece in there, but unfortunately we don't have the weapons to get it now. But join me next time on Mega Man X2 when we actually try to see if... nope, they won't show up on us. Join us next time where I hope to maybe see what happens. Talk to y'all later.